Welcome everybody back to Boost Emotion, guys. And today, I gotta say it. I don't care. No one else is gonna say it. Mercedes stole from an Infiniti. Yes, they stole from us. I don't care what no one says. Guys, you know what to do? Hit that intro. Welcome everybody back to Boost Emotion, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you. Welcome everybody back. Welcome everybody back to the channel. Before I jump into the video, guys, if you are a subscriber to this channel, that means you already hit the like button. That means that you love, please and thank you, that you guys love to hit that like button as a return to giving back to the channel. So I really appreciate it. And to my new Boost Emotion family, that means you're not subscribed yet. Watch this video and watch some other videos. And then if you like it, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and hit all. Anyway, guys, let's go. Let's talk, jump into it. So for anyone who's watching, listen. I've been in this Infiniti world forever, Nissan world forever, since my 1996 Nissan Maxima, okay? Right? And I've had various different amount of cars. But one car really stuck out to me a couple of years ago. We're in 2022, and I want to do a quick screen share. It is the Infiniti Q60 Black S. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this car up is this, guys. I'm bringing this car up. Reason being is this car never came out. It did not come out at all. Pretty much what Infiniti chose to do was just tease us and not show us this car at all. So for anyone who doesn't know, the Infiniti Q60 Black S was supposed to be a hybrid performance car. Literally use F1 technology. It had electric turbos, which means it still run off gas, but it used electricity to spool them up, so you don't have to wait for boost to build. It also had a its rear center section, its rear axle was an electric motor. Yes, and also what it also included was regenerative braking and other ways of regaining the electricity through kinetic energy. Let's just leave this up to the engineers. But this car was designed for performance, quick launches, regaining the power during braking, and spooling up these turbos relatively very fast. And this was all on the VR30 that's out in the Q50 and Q60, and now it's going to be on the new Nissan Z. Infiniti was going through some hard times out in the world. Let's just say that Nissan Infiniti, and they chose to scrap this idea. This car is going to be such a dope car for us to own, and people literally looked at this car and was like, "I want it, I want it, I want it." Well, unfortunately, that never came to light. Look at this. This was going to be such a dope car, but it didn't come out. So recently, right, within the last 2 years, Mercedes was hinting this idea that they're going hybrid. Now they released a lot of cars. They're AMG 53 models, and these use a six-cylinder slight hybrid system. Now this isn't really a hybrid car. It just has a electric motors just as assist for some of this power accessories. So it's not performance oriented hybrid or not even really a true hybrid. Well, now guess what they're doing? Now they came out with their new C63, right? Their new C63 is going to have, bear with me, guys. Their new C63 is going to have a four-cylinder single turbo electric assisted powertrain that develops about 600 and something horsepower. Now, why do you guys should even care about this? This is an Infiniti channel, but it's really not. This is Boost in Motion channel, right? Why should you guys even really care about this? The reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is this is an idea that Mercedes just now really recently started to talk about since 2019, 2020, right? The reason why they're going with these hybrid cars is because the laws and the rules overseas have now changed. So they're now going more and more to the livelihood of the status of electric hybrid cars. I mean, electric assisted cars. So this wasn't something they cared about. They would have kept on making AMG V8s, but because of their strict emissions over there, now they're going to electric assist cars. So they're scrapping the V8. But this is the same similar F1 technology that Infiniti was talking about since 2017, 2018. This car, the Infiniti Q60 had got so much attention and everything, so much attention on it, but they didn't have the money to bring it out. Now it took a big player to say, you know what, let's take the risk. And that's the difference between when the have and the have nots who have the money and who's about this life. Infiniti never really made a name for itself out there in the performance community. The Q60, I had one. Great everyday car, but it's a slightly luxurious car that had a little bit of sportness in it. But Infiniti never went full balls to the walls in their Infiniti vehicles. They mostly made the mid-range power cars. They never wanted to make a real slugger, and that's what I realized about Infiniti. But now you're gonna have the same similar technology. Let me show you guys an example, right? So, for instance, Mercedes is using something similar. It's going to be an electric motor in the rear, but it's going to have two. It's going to have two final drives. Infiniti was going to have the same similar thing. I don't think it would have been two final drives, but same similar electric motor in the rear. Also, um, Mercedes doing the same F1 technology, electric assisted turbos. Infiniti was going to have two of them on the VR30. Once again, this technology is now coming out, and it's coming out on a larger scale, in the higher end brands. But I sit there and I look at it and I say to myself, Infiniti dropped the ball. They were ahead of their time, right? They were ahead of their time. They know what they're doing. Infiniti and Nissan always have high end parts. I mean, high end ideas. Remember, they have rear wheel steer. They have a lot of first innovative stuff for the market, like drive by wire, electric wire. Like Infiniti was like the first one doing stuff like this. And also something similar to a full standalone. You can let go of the steering wheel. Like Infiniti Q50, you can literally let go of the steering wheel. 2013, you can let go of the steering wheel. And technically, the car on an empty roadway would drive to left and right, and it will brake and gas for you. So it was some of the most innovative first, but honestly, right, this is where they dropped the ball. Or did they? The reason why I'm saying this is this. The hints have been going around for 3 to 4 years now. They scrapped the idea of the Infiniti Q60S. They scrapped it, right? But now, what do we think they're gonna do? In my honest opinion, and I've been saying it over and over and over and over again, they're going to use a company like that isn't going to waste all their resources on something and just completely scrap the idea. No, this Infiniti Q60 was just like what they did with the Nissan Z. The Nissan Z was 300ZX was just they used the same platform, right? And they were testing out the VR30 motor in it. And then now they released the Nissan Z. So they pretty much reuse the same chassis. Why develop a new chassis when you can just make the old one better? So what Nissan's going to do is this. You can hold me to my word, and I've been saying this for 2 years already, maybe almost three, because this car hasn't been released. They're going to use the same similar system in the new Nissan GTR. I'm telling you guys that right now. Infiniti is not new to this hybrid or electric assisted type of performance. Some of their smaller vehicles have it. And Nissan's going to do a great job to make sure that GTR is a killer, a freaking killer. So that GTR is going to have electric assisted turbos. I'm going to say, I'll be straight, guys. I won't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Nissan might say, you know what, let's take that VR30. Let's just develop it to be a stronger motor, or like a board out to like a 3.2 liter VR30, um, VR30 DDT or whatever they want to call it. Electric 60 turbos, and also they develop a better transmission. That 9-speed transmission may be adopted. We don't know. They may adopt it. They may not do the dual clutch, or they might do something similar. Well, technically, the Mercedes transmissions are MCTs. They're multi-clutch transmissions. So it's technically like a dual clutch, but it's a it doesn't have a torque converter. I can see Nissan doing this. And knowing that Mercedes put this on a high-end car, even though people love that V8, people might still buy that car. I see Nissan doing something like that because that is going to be a seller. As long as it comes out there and hits hard and it has to be better than the Slash car, they will do it. So I don't think necessarily that the Infiniti Q60 is dead in this case, or at least the Black S. I think it's just a GTR in a GTR in a very sexy, good-looking suit. So outside that, guys, I want to say you have a good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for banging with your boy Boost. Hold me to my word on today's date. Let me know if I'm wrong, if I'm bugging. Comment below, tell me what you think. But what I will really sit there and say is this. Infiniti did miss the ball. I said it like 2-3 years ago in my old video. If they build it, people will buy it. And that they should have just made this car and people would have bought it. But you know what? It might have sat there like the Acura NXX. But that it would have only sat there if it was not priced appropriately. And plus, they didn't want to outshadow GTR. So you guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for banging with your boy Boost. I hope I earned your like. And if you're part of Boost Emotion fam, that means you already hit the like. Thank you and please. So thank you. You guys have a good day. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Do appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much. You can also check out the 2 links I posted for some of my other videos. Also, on top of that, if you want to purchase some Boost Emotion merch, definitely check the link that I posted also. And finally, if you've been watching all my videos and you enjoy them, please hit the link to subscribe to my YouTube.